So let's introduce the final debate today. The motion is this House believes that artificial intelligence should be embraced without fear. So it's my pleasure to look to Honourable Member Madame San Sebastian in order to open the case for the proposition.
Thank you, Madam President. It is both an honor and a privilege to speak here today. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this debate. The motion for today's debate, as the Madam President said, is whether we should embrace artificial intelligence without fear or not. And I, as the first speaker, am going to introduce my companions a little bit. My companion Gary and I will be supporting the use of artificial intelligence, whereas Irati and Irene will be disagreeing with us. Many people are afraid of the use of artificial intelligence for many reasons, but some of them are that robots may take our jobs away, or that some intelligent appliances may turn against human beings. But what they do not see is that artificial intelligence improves our lives in many ways, and it has already brought some changes into society. The main reason why I'm in favor of this motion is because it brings improvements into healthcare. According to Statista, the value of the artificial intelligence market was of $11 billion in the United States in 2021, and it is believed that in 2030 the value of this market would be of $178 billion. So this huge growth means that there will be some changes in how hospitals, healthcare professionals, and others in the healthcare industry operate. Also, with the help of machine learning, the application of artificial intelligence has increased, and it also has raised the efficiency of tasks done by healthcare professionals. Now I'm going to talk about some cases in which artificial intelligence brings could be beneficial for patients and staff. First, we have administrative workflow. Healthcare workers have to do a lot of paperwork which consumes a lot of their time, and this could lead them to have less time to spend with their patients, and the treatment they could give them would be negative. And artificial intelligence, if took care of that paperwork, the healthcare workers will have more time, and the medical records also of the patients will be more completed because they will have more time to spend with them. Then we have virtual nursing assistant. A study showed that 64% of the patients feel comfortable with the use of artificial intelligence for constant answers that nurses provide. Moreover, virtual nurse assistant, as said before, could give the doctors and nurses more time to spend with their patients. And as said before, the patients would be more comfortable with their answers. Apart from that, artificial intelligence would help to have less invasive surgeries, such as doing tissue removal. If an artificial robot learns how to do a surgery, then it will reproduce it with more advanced precision, and there would be less chances of doing any mistake as a human being could do. The last example would be how artificial intelligence could prevent fraud. As you know, the healthcare in the United States has to be paid, and the cost of those healthcare insurance in 2021 were of $12,300 per person, and the fraud in the healthcare industry is at $380 billion per year. So if artificial intelligence is used to take care of the insurances, there will be more possibilities to acknowledge suspicious patterns, such as having some tests that were unnecessary. On top of that, artificial intelligence is able of improving the patient's experience with the doctor. If artificial intelligence gives doctor more specific information about a patient's treatments, the conversation or the exchange of information the patient and the doctor have would be more beneficial for the patient. And for all of these reasons, the motion must stand, and now it falls on me to introduce the first speaker of the opposition, Ms. Herrero.
Thank you, Madame San Sebastian. Now I look to Madame Herrero to open the case for the opposition.
Firstly, thank you, Nayara, for introducing me, and thank you, Madam President, for allowing me to take part in this debate and for even taking me into account. Today, I will propose the motion that artificial intelligence shouldn't be embraced and we should be fearful for the following reasons. The first point I would like to raise is that this is a very controversial topic. Only in this year, according to Reuters, there have been 500,000 deepfakes that we know of. So for context, as it is very recent, deepfakes are AI-generated videos or images that mimic the appearance and sound of a person. So the problem with this tool is that there have been a lot of sexual deepfakes of women. For example, a very famous singer, J.C. Reyes, created a fake explicit image of Rosalía, another famous singer, and uploaded it to Instagram, where thousands and thousands of people watched the image. So Rosalía, after seeing the post, she went to Twitter and posted her opinion. And I quote, "Ir a buscar clout faltando al respeto y sexualizando a alguien es un tipo de violencia y da asco. Pero hacerlo por 4 plays de más lo que da es pena." To this, J.C. Reyes replied that it's just a little cleavage and nothing more, just a marketing strategy for his new single, meaning that he didn't see anything wrong with what he had done. To further argue that artificial intelligence should not be embraced, and specifically we should be fearful of it, there have been millions of instances where streamers and famous people have had this exact same situation. For example, the Twitch streamer, Pokimane, encountered a fake sexual video made by a so-called fan, literally a straight-up sex tape made by AI. So she started a stream and said that she didn't consent to this video being made, and that right there is the big problem. A study made by Sensity AI revealed that 96% of these disgusting videos aren't made with consent, and this is a violation of one's privacy. But now, what happens with commoners, with people like us? Well, sadly, this can also happen to us, as it has happened to Isabel, a 14-year-old girl in Badajoz, here in Spain. According to El País, she was in high school in the recess, where suddenly a group of girls came to her and said, "I have a photo of you naked." She was stunned, obviously. So she then went to her mom and explained to her what was going on. The mom told this to her best friend, and she replied that there was already a group chat of moms whose daughters had been affected by this, meaning that this is happening to a lot of underage girls, and this is simply not right. Lastly, in an article posted by Radio Nica, as Rosalía said, doing these deepfakes and sharing them is a form of violence, as these fake images or videos can be used to manipulate. For instance, imagine a resentful ex that makes one fake explicit image with artificial intelligence, where you seem to do something that harms your image. Then that person decides to threaten you if you don't do what that person wants, ending with you being in distress, which is a form of psychological violence. So all this evidence points out that artificial intelligence is a terrifying tool that we shouldn't play with, specifically to hurt or embarrass people. Now it falls upon me to introduce the next proposition speakers in today's debate. Mr. Skurdia, very proud to oppose. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Herrero. Now I look to Mr. Escurdia to close the case for the proposition.
Thank you, Madam President, for introducing me, and thank you to Mrs. Herrero and Mrs. Martinez for debating with us today. I am really grateful to be here with the audience that we have today to have such an interesting and fruitful debate. I will be presenting the proposition defending the use of this technology, and the reason why I will be defending it is that because the AI is just undeniably superior and should be used to our favor. First of all, it is no secret that artificial intelligence can blend in with reality, with the deepfakes that were mentioned just now, and just considering for a moment the unparalleled efficiency AI brings to the table is just much better. With its ability to automate tasks that once consumed vast amounts of time and resources, AI liberates human potential. It's not about replacing jobs. It's not about endangering the society. It's about redeploying human ingenuity to tackle challenges that truly demand our cognitive skill. In the realm of high call volumes, companies are turning to technological innovation for support. For instance, two companies created an artificial intelligence to elevate their call center capacity, resulting in a chatbot that now handles 71% of applicants' queries, freeing up human agents to focus more on complex issues. Similarly, in a partnership, the same two companies decided to create another platform with a loading athletic retailer. These companies utilize machine learning to create an augmented reality tool, enabling shoppers to identify products and access information on their mobile devices without relying on sales associates, achieving an impressive 85% accuracy rate in product identification. These instances highlight how advanced technology not only optimizes processes, but also empowers businesses to enhance customer experiences while liberating human resources for tasks that demand specialized attention. And coming back to the previous statement about the use of deepfakes and fake image creation through AI stands as a testament to the remarkable advancements in technology, offering a multitude of benefits and value. This innovative use of AI algorithms trained on extensive image datasets revolutionizes the creative landscape. It enables the creation of new images with astonishing accuracy and diversity, empowering creators to produce visuals swiftly and efficiently. Moreover, AI-driven image creation adjusts access to high-quality visuals, leveling the playing field for individuals, writers, businesses, and artists who might lack the resources or expertise to create intricate visuals manually. By offering a cost-effective and time-efficient alternative to traditional methods, AI-generated images not only streamline the creative process, but also promotes innovation by providing a platform for experimentation and exploration in visual and design storytelling. AI integration in business is a game changer, streamlining operations, automating tasks, and uncovering invaluable insights from vast datasets. This efficiency boost allows human talent to focus on innovation, while data-driven decisions enhance productivity and customer satisfaction. Embracing AI isn't just smart, it's essential for staying competitive and agile in today's dynamic business environment. In brief, AI stands as a catalyst for advancement, simplifying tasks, spurring creativity, and promoting fairness. By embracing its potential thoughtfully, we pave the way for a future where technology empowers us to create more, fostering a world achieve more, fostering a world where human ingenuity thrives and benefits all. So, taking into account all the aforementioned arguments, I invite everyone to vote in favor of our opposition, embracing the use of AI without fear. And now I'm glad to pass it to Mrs. Martinez, who will be taking the last part of our presentation of the opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Ezcurdia. Right, so now I look to Madame Martinez to close the case for the opposition.
So before starting my speech, I need to thank Mr. Ezcurdia for introducing me and Madam President for hosting this debate. I will be taking part as the opposition and defending the view that artificial intelligence should be handled with caution. Before presenting my arguments to the public, I would like to quote Mr. Buchanan that said, "The history of artificial intelligence is a history of fantasies, possibilities, demonstrations, and promises. We are curious about it." While it is undeniable that AI is a new phenomenon and that it strikes as something innovative, we should not only look at its positive aspects. One of the many drawbacks we can acknowledge, apart from the deepfake issue that Mrs. Herrero already covered, is that it can make us lose sense of reality. Artificial intelligence is used in many fields, but these last months, it has not been unusual to find AI-generated images. Those often have a close resemblance to actual pictures taken by humans, and a poll that the user created on the app X, previously known as Twitter, has shown a failure to identify which images were generated by AI and which were human-made, with a 45% of failure rate. The power that artificial intelligence has to, in a way, trick our minds is definitely surprising. Imagine telling an AI to build the Great Pyramids or to make an artistic masterpiece such as Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. It would not be possible because the fine arts require human activity. The emotion put in fine arts is exclusively human. The pyramids were built to praise the pharaoh. The pride that surrounded its creation had its origin in the culture and society of that time. On the other hand, the Starry Night is one of Van Gogh's most meaningful pieces, if we are talking about emotion. This painting represented the view he had from the window of his room when he was interned in a mental hospital. He saw beauty despite the bad mental state he was in. This capacity cannot be replicated or mimicked by artificial intelligence. The same argument can be applied to music. Some weeks ago, we saw the worldwide known singer Bad Bunny being irritated by a song which used AI-generated voice becoming viral. He said via WhatsApp community, and I quote, "Si a ustedes les gusta esa mierda de canción que está viral en TikTok, sálganse de este grupo ahora mismo. Ustedes no merecen ser mis amigos y por eso mismo hice el nuevo disco, para deshacerme de gente así. Así que, chu fuera. No los quiero en la gira tampoco." With these words, we can see that his exasperation came from the fact that a song which didn't require any type of effort had become viral, while his new album was being looked down because he has changed his style a little bit. He hasn't been the only musician who has said something about this issue. Sting, Drake, and The Weeknd, and many others have been victims of this phenomenon. Moreover, and here I have to disagree with Mr. Escurdia, the use of AI tools with no restriction can lead to the disappearance of jobs. Artificial intelligence regarding the area of education has been growing since last year, with servers like ChatGPT or Pop AI. Many students have found it easier to understand such or even complete their work and essays. The extensive number of students who think this is a reliable source has increased, making its use, consequently, more common among the classes. It is no secret that maintaining an informatic tool like the AI is cheaper than having to pay teachers for the job they do. But is it actually possible for a source that relies on the internet to teach young kids? The answer would be negative. It is morally debatable to let younger generations be educated by a machine. The overstimulation, which we are already seeing with the use of iPads, will cause problems in their attention. But the bigger problem would be that their social interaction skills would decrease. Due to the lack of contact with other people their age that is naturally created in a classroom, they will have problems with expressing their thoughts to another person, and generally their communication skills will be negatively affected. Now it is time for me to end my speech, but first I would like to summarize our arguments. We are opposed to AI being used without fear because it can become a threat in the area of deepfakes, manipulating our faces and voices to modify an image or speech, because it belittles the work of many people such as artists or teachers, for example, and finally, because its implementation in society will influence our social skills negatively. These are some of the reasons why I urge you to vote for the opposition. Thank you to the public for attending this debate, thank you to the proposition for sharing their point of view, and thank you, Madam President, for being the moderator in the debate.